Use a pillow, lengthening in your spine, resting your shoulders, hands on your knees or in front of your belly, closing your eyes. Vanessa, you can come here in front. With your breath, don't rush. There is still time. We are just sitting, starting. So finding your breath, letting your breath still be natural, unguided. Observing your breath for a moment while you're observing your sensations. You will not be seen in the cyberspace. So yeah, because there is the camera. But when you are here, they only see here. So don't worry. Letting yourself connecting with your sensations. All what brings us here and now, is being aware of what you're feeling, of what you're sensing. This mind never can be in presence. All what mind recognizes is already gone. So all what we are kind of commenting on is already the past. And it changed already. So letting yourself connecting with sensations. Letting yourself connect with what is. Danny, good morning. Nice to see you. Letting your breath be natural. And observing how you're feeling this morning. Observing the sounds of daily life. Maybe you don't know what is happening. There is a sound irritating you. How is your sensation about this? Maybe there's a smell passing. You can't really put it into a box. All what is unknown immediately alerts our system. So letting yourself getting used to this unknown. It is just the beginning where we are traveling in this huge space of unknown. And now, literally, the world is changing. Reality is changing. We are adapting, and there will be new pathways coming. We have no clue. So letting yourself breathe in with it and trusting yourself, the only reference you can trust. You will know how to respond. Deeply being moved from inside. Even mind has no clue. And for today's practice, let's take a bit of a detoxing practice. Accumulating fear, accumulating anxiety, accumulating not knowing, stressful moments, accumulates a lot of toxins in our system. We can have toxins from what we put in terms of eating, drinking, exercising. So let's do a tiny bit of a detoxing, and we want to start with a nice cleansing and cleaning breath. Kalapati, fire breath. Kalapati is this breath you're activating a lot in your lower belly. Diaphragm is pumping. So with your exhaling, you want to sucking your belly in, and you're exhaling with your nose. So it's inhaling with your nose and exhaling. Inhaling with your nose, exhaling. Inhaling with your nose, exhaling. Inhaling your nose, exhaling. And you can speed up in this breath when you are used to it. Either you go like this or you can speeding up like. You're inhaling automatically. When you're exhaling consciously, like. Inhaling long and deep, rising in your spine. Inhaling, inhaling. Letting your hands, your arms, walking forward, bending forward, a long, long, long spine. And with your exhaling, empty completely, opening your mouth, letting you really empty. Stay empty for a moment. Stay empty. Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral. We want to do this 2 more times, changing the crossing of your leg. Bring your other leg in front, hands on your knees or in front of your belly, long spine. Inhaling with your nose, exhaling. Inhaling nose. And then stay like this, or you speeding up, letting it become very automatic. Inhaling with your nose, lengthening, 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 holding breath, walking your arms forward. So you want to have a nice long, long spine. Seat pressing down, exhaling, letting yourself folding forward really. Empty, even a tiny bit more, staying empty for a moment. Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral. When you have cross-legged, change your crossing. 1 more time, hands on your belly, front of your belly, on your knees, long spine, shoulders back. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling full capacity. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling halfway, 1 more time. Start with your Kalapati. Long spine, inhaling, holding breaths, walking forward, exhaling, really empty, empty more as you've done before. Sucking your belly in towards your spine, activating your Uddiyana Bandha, this diaphragm, lifting it up, your chin towards your sternum, your spine grows long. Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral. Bring your hands on your knees. Stay here for 1 moment. Kalapati, fire breath. It is very often used in the Kundalini practice as within our lower belly with the activation of diaphragm. We're activating our abdominals behind 2-3 centimeters below our belly button, where this whole nervous system spreads out. It is this part, it's been said, the Kundalini energy, our life force is sitting, and we can activating with this breath, creating more fire in our system, that the natural energy is growing. Bringing your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head with your inhaling, exhaling your arms on your side, inhaling, sweep, exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, sweep, and stay with your arms up, bending gently your elbow and making your fingers very strong, like the glove of an eagle. We want to take one more round with fire breath, and this time we want to cleanse the 7th chakra. This part helping us to finding connection to our intuition. We can call it higher self. You can call it consciousness. You can call it God, whatever you name you want to put on this. And you do it like this. So with your exhaling, you're cleansing. So you're bringing one arm in front. With your inhaling, you're opening. And then you're switching your arms, exhaling, inhaling, and constantly changing your hands. One hand in front, the other hand in front. Keep on moving a tiny bit like this, and then when you have the movements, you want to add your fire breath. So your inhaling, lengthening your arms, holding your breath, holding, exhaling, and letting your fingertips tipping on your top of your head, gently waking up the 7th chakra. Breath and releasing your arms. Sweep your arms over your head with your inhaling. Open your arms 60 degrees, making a fist with both of your hands, pointing with your right thumb pointing up. With your left thumb pointing up. With your right hand, come towards the center of your chest. Your last round in Kalapati, fire breath. Ego eraser, the only what is in our way. All obstacles are created from ourselves, our mind telling us. So you're inhaling gently, exhaling, letting go. Inhaling halfway, and you start. Inhaling long and deep. Exhaling, bringing your left hand on top of your right. Exhaling, your chin towards your sternum, activating your Mula Bandha, lifting it up. Chin towards your sternum, bandhas, activating. Inhaling, release. Sweep your arms over your head with your inhaling. Exhaling, turning to your left side, gentle twisting, right arm in line with your spine. And see, Tobias, that you do not leaning back. This is it. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back, arms floating over your head. Exhaling, turning to your right side, left hand outside right knee, with your left hand pressing into the floor, twisting even a tiny bit further. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, arms on your side. Bring your hands under your knees, closing your knees, planting your feet onto the floor and pushing all away what you're sitting on, letting your knees floating one side, the other side, releasing this tension you might create it from sitting. And you're planting your feet onto the floor, bringing your hands behind you, hands under your shoulders, and you're pressing your hands, pressing your feet into the floor while you're lifting your seat with your inhaling, exhaling, letting your bum sliding through. Come on to your heels, inhaling, lifting, exhaling, slow, inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, slow. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, slow. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, slide. One more time. Inhaling, lift. Stay. Breathe. Smile. Pressing your feet. Lifting your seat. Breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling, releasing onto the floor, stepping your feet together, letting your knees floating towards your right side. Come on the right side of your hip. You're walking the same direction as your knees are with your hands into your back. So you're facing your back, pressing your knee, pressing your hips into the floor, gazing over your sorry, I'm so bad with left and right. Right shoulder, brace. You stay here. Maybe you have a bit more space and you can come down onto your elbows, lengthening. You're coming onto your elbows, bringing your heart between your elbows. Brace. You can stay here. Or maybe with your left arm, you needle your left arm under your right elbow. So your left arm under your right elbow, and you're taking the full twisting, guided by gravity. Breathe. And Tobias, stay with both of your elbows, pressing down. This is it. Don't worry about your left arm. Breathe, gazing over this shoulder. You're twisting anyway. If you have your arm, for some people, it's really super challenging. Some people have a bit more an elastic body. For some people, body is a tiny bit more tight. That's our constitution. Who cares? Only mind cares. Only this chattering mind. It should be, it has to be. I want, I don't want. Can you softening in your muscles even a tiny bit more, connecting with gravity, trusting your body, trusting your being. That's the only reference we have right now. Inhaling, coming back onto your elbows, onto your hands, and you're walking yourself back into your neutral position, feet on the floor, knees, and you start from here. Knees floating left side, arms walking back, both hands pressing into the floor. Stay here first. Breathe, and then you maybe can come down onto your elbows. When you're pressing your knees, you're pressing your hip, you're finding a long spine. Breathe. Gaze opposite side where your knees are. Stay here, or you can needle your right arm under your left, bringing your right shoulder towards the floor and feeling this beautiful stretching. The more you can let go, you're resisting, being afraid of pain, being afraid of stretching, of opening, being afraid of all what is new. Human condition. You're avoiding, your body opens even a tiny bit more as you're holding back. Can you melting in? Can you softening in? Inhaling gently, pressing your arms back into the floor and your hands coming back into your neutral, feet onto the floor, letting your soles of your feet meeting, long spine, fingertips meeting, your heels, bringing your arms on your knees to create a tiny bit of weight on your arms. So you're finding your hips easing up a tiny bit more. Breath. You can stay here, or you're walking yourself gently forward. A long spine, grabbing with your hands, your toes softening forward. Breath. Closing your eyes. Inhaling, reaching forward from your sternum. Exhaling, coming into your sitting, bringing your arms around, fingertips pointing towards your heels, pressing your feet, pressing your hands into the floor, lifting your hips, letting your hips softening, your knees floating towards the side. Exhaling, coming back onto the floor, closing your knees, swinging your knees around, coming into your kneeling, sitting on your heels. Maybe you need to put a block in between your heels, your arms on your side. Sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, arms on your side, bending your elbows, hands facing each other. And we want to twisting with a tiny bit more speed and a deeper breath. So you're twisting with your inhaling, towards your left side, and you're exhaling towards your right side. Inhaling, turning to your left, exhaling to your right. Inhaling to your left, exhaling to your right. You can work like this, or you're speeding up, letting your breath becoming very dynamic and rhythmic. Inhaling right, exhaling left, like trusting your body, giving up this controlling thought. The more you trust your body in your breath, the more automatic you're acting, reacting, spontaneously finding the right response. Inhaling left, exhaling right leg. And slowly, slowly, like a huge big pendle, you're finding back to your neutral position, your arms staying where they are. Exhaling, rounding your spine, elbows, hands meeting. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale. Exhaling, rounding. And Tobias, try to not folding forward. Try to pressing from your belly button, your spine back. Inhaling, this is it. Exhaling, yeah, this is it. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time, inhaling, exhaling. And your last time, inhaling, opening your fingers, gazing towards the ceiling, opening your chest. Exhaling, releasing, reaching forward from your arms, hands under your shoulders, knees, hip widths apart, giving yourself a moment in your cat-cow breathing. Maybe you wanna shaking your feet, maybe you wanna stretching out your legs. From sitting, we've been sitting quite a while, so finding some movement, you feel you're releasing any tension, pushing your hip to one side, to the other side, rounding your spine, and your fingers spreading wide, your knees under your hips. Brace. From here, you're letting your left hip floating towards your left side, and you gaze over your right shoulder. Inhaling, coming back neutral. Exhaling, opposite side, right hip gazing, hands pressing. Inhaling, neutral. Exhale. Inhaling, neutral. Exhaling. Inhaling back into your neutral, your left hand in front of your face, your right arm reach towards the ceiling, opening your chest. Exhaling, needling your right arm under your left, gaze over your shoulder. Inhaling, keep on moving a couple more times. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Next time you needle your arm under your left. Stay with your arm long, finding a good position for your neck. And Vanessa, try to bring your arm a tiny bit more towards your side. You have it more close to your knees. Yes, this is it. So you can give yourself a nice stretching on your shoulder. Walking your left hand in line with your top of your head in front of you, planting your fingertips into the floor and lifting your palm of your hand. You can stay here. Breathe. If you have a bit more space with your left toes, you're walking with your left toes on the floor, finding your right fingertips, helping yourself, opening up a tiny bit more, staying where you are, or your left arm floats towards the ceiling, gaze in line with your thumb. Your very last step could be you're opening your left arm into your back, so you're gazing with your sternum towards the ceiling. Breathe. One more deep, deep inhaling. Exhaling, releasing. Wherever you are, you want to finding yourself back into your neutral position. Both knees under your hips, both hands under your shoulders. Taking a couple of in and exhaling in your cat-cow position. Inhaling. Rounding your spine. And you want to changing side. Your right hand under your face, your left hand floating towards the ceiling, opening your chest. Exhaling, twisting. So you want to needle your left arm under your right. Inhaling, taking a couple of breaths to helping you to settling into this pose. Kate, opening your fingers, spreading them wide. Steffi, open fingers, spreading wide. Maria, open fingers. Inhaling, exhale. And you want to really twisting with your torso. This is it. And your last time, you needle your arms through. Stay with your arm walking, left arm forward, fingertips. You can stay here, good enough. Or your toes walking towards your fingers, stay lifting your arm, stay, or finding a bind with your thigh. Last step is bringing your arm very long into your back. Dips in your breath. Steadiness in your mind. Breathe. Inhaling. One last inhaling. Exhaling, gently unwriggling your pose. Finding your hands under your shoulders, your knees hip width apart. Inhaling, gazing forward, curling your toes under, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, paddling your feet a tiny bit, giving yourself a really nice warming up from your hamstrings, breathing here. Coming onto your knees, memorizing child pose. So you're bringing your belly, meeting your thighs, walking your arms a tiny bit further away. And then you're resting your hands, letting your palms of your hands gazing towards the ceiling. Resting for a moment, integrating. Planting your hands onto the floor, coming back into your cat, curling your toes, down dog, lifting your seat. Breathe with your inhaling, coming into your high plank. Maybe you need to sliding your feet a tiny bit back, opening your shoulders, pushing with your heels, lowering down your belly button, pubic bone, gazing towards the ceiling. Exhaling, swinging your hips back, down dog. Inhaling, high plank, opening shoulders, pushing with your heels. Exhaling, swinging back. Exhaling 2 more times. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling. 1 more time. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling. Stay. Breathe. Rooting down from your right hand. With your left hand, you reach towards your right ankle, calf muscle, or behind your knee, gazing over under. your right armpit, wherever you can reach. Nice little stretching here. Inhaling, releasing left hand with your right hand, reaching towards your left side. Depths of your breath. Inhaling, bringing your hand back into your neutral, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking your feet forward between your hands, coming halfway, inhaling, folding forward with your exhaling, gently bending your right knee while you're lengthening your left leg, walking your hands towards your left side. So one leg is long, the other knee is bent. You're walking your hands to the opposite side where your knee is bent. So you're walking your hands towards the side, your leg is long. This should give you a really nice, sweet little stretch on your hamstrings and your IT band. Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral opposite side. Left knee bending gently, right leg lengthening. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, bending your knees, tucking your tailbone and rolling up your spine. Vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back and down. Hands on your side, Tadasana, mountain. Inhaling, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, folding forward, stepping your right foot back, long runner's lunge, hand on the floor, left hand on your left knee, gaze over your shoulder. Inhaling, stay, or your left arm reaches towards the ceiling, breathe. Roger, is this your blocks? This one. Yes, bending your knee a tiny bit. This is it. Breathe. Breath. Inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hands, stepping back in your high plank. Releasing your knees, releasing your toes, elbows glued to your body. Chin, chest meeting the floor, your toes staying down, Kate. Toes. Inhaling, coming into your mini cobra. Exhaling, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, right leg. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, left hand onto the floor, right arm flows towards the ceiling. Breathe. Stacking your shoulders. Breathe. This is it, Danny. Releasing your left shoulder a tiny bit more. Breathe. Breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Both hands onto the floor, stepping your right back. High plank, releasing your knees, releasing your toes, chin, chest, meeting the floor. Inhaling, sneaking in your mini cobra. Exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, left leg. Inhaling. Exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands. One more time, right hand on the floor, lifting your left arm. Breathe. Exhaling, planting your hand, stepping both feet together in front, inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward. In your exhaling, one breath from your feet, from your chest, you're floating up into your standing, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, releasing your arms, Tadasana, inhaling. Exhaling, arms over your head, inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward, Bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, long runner's lunge, left hand onto the floor, right arm. Inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hand, stepping back into your high plank. Stay in your high plank. Stepping your feet together. Right hand under your face, side plank. Turning your toes towards your right side, left side, sorry. Lifting your left arm, breathe. And from here, you want to play a tiny bit with your left arm, needling under your right, finding a nice little twisting. 2 more times, inhaling. And Stephanie, you can release your lower knee, breathe. And you stay on your upper, yes. And this is, now you stay with your foot down, twisting. Inhaling, last time for Stephanie. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling, exhaling, planting your hand, coming back into your high plank, releasing your knees, your toes, chin chest, flowing towards the floor, toes staying down. Inhaling, sneaking forward, exhaling, spreading your fingers. Exhaling downward, facing dog, staying here for a moment, letting yourself, finding your balance with your breath. Harmonizing breath, equalizing breath. Inhaling, coming into your high plank, and you want to treat the other side. So your left hand under your face, turning your toes towards your right, lifting your right arm, and you want to lifting your hips even a tiny bit higher, lifting yourself out of your shoulders, and start twisting a tiny bit. Exhaling, needling, inhaling. The more you connect with your breath, the more easy it becomes. Mind tells you it's hard, it's heavy, I can't, it's too much. Your body tells you something else. One more time, inhaling, exhaling, and planting your hand back onto the floor in your high plank, releasing your knees, your toes, pulling your hands towards your heart, elbows glue, 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 glue. This is it. Inhaling, sneak in your cobra, shoulders back, watch out. Exhaling, lifting your seat, downward facing dog, harmonizing your breath. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping between your hands. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. Inhaling in one breath. Exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, Tadasana. All okay, Steffi? Inhaling your arms over your head. Exhaling, folding forward. Bending your knees, stepping your right foot back, Trikonasana, 45 degrees. You want to opening your left hand on your left shin bone inside, using a block when you have right hand on your hip, opening your torso first and making sure you're not squeezing in your spine. You have a nice long spine and you gain this while you're pressing with your feet into the floor, rooting down, and then eventually you can open your arm towards the ceiling. Breathe. Your step is a tiny bit short. Stepping a tiny bit more. Yes. Leaning back leaning back a tiny bit. Breathe. Breathe. One more inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your right hand towards your hip, gazing towards the floor, both hands on your hip, shortening your step a tiny bit and open your foot 60 degrees. So you're squaring your hips, squaring your shoulders. You can stay here, or your right shoulder turns towards your left side, twisted, triangle, pavrita, parsva, konasana. So your hand comes on the inside, on top or on the outside of your left foot. You wanna twisting, both legs long, okay? Lengthening both of your legs. This is it. Breathe. Is this your blocks? Who needs a block? Breathe. Lengthening forward. Yes, this is it. Good preparation. Staying here. Breathe. Staying one more breath. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing, framing your front foot, stepping your right foot back, long runner's lunge, inhaling, exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, inhaling, coming into your high plank, exhaling, releasing knees, toes, pulling your hands towards your heart, softening down, conscious breath. Inhaling, exhaling in your downward facing dog. Stay, breathe, taking a big inhaling with your nose and a huge big exhaling. Oh, 2 more times. Inhaling, exhaling. Oh, inhaling. Oh. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward in your exhaling. One breath in your standing, exhaling, prayer, Tadasana, mountain. Inhaling, arms. Exhaling, folding, left side, left foot, stepping back 45 degrees, both legs lengthening. It doesn't matter how far you come with your hand. I did hurt my leg, so I can't come far. The more important, you want to opening your torso, your left hip pushing back, your right hip facing front. And from here, you're letting your arms spreading wide. Breathe. Come a tiny bit. We have a longer spine. Breathe. Leaning back a tiny bit. Yes. Your head reaching forward. This is it. Look at this. Different. Breathe. One more inhaling. Exhaling. Both hands on your hips. Shortening your step only 2 centimeters, that you can open your hips. So you want to bring your hips facing front, shoulders facing front. This is a beautiful position to start with. Or you're twisting, so your left shoulder reaches towards your right, planting your hand wherever you land, inside, on top, or on the outside. Breathe. Deine Blöcke sind da hinten. Ne? Ja, das da. Bleib. Ich gebe sie dir. Ja. Nur öffne deinen Brustkorb. Ja, breathe. Beautiful. Breathe. Be aware that you do not pull on your shoulder. Opening your chest. Yeah. Breathe. One more inhaling. Exhaling. Release. Framing your front foot. Stepping back in your high plank. Releasing your knees. Your toes. Toes on the floor. Elbows glued to your body. Softening down. Inhaling. Exhaling in your downward facing dog. Stay taking 3 breaths with exhaling really deeply. Inhaling nose, exhaling. Oh. Inhaling nose, exhaling. Oh. Inhaling nose, exhaling. Oh. Harmonizing your breath. Stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, long runners lunge. So you're pushing with your heel, and then you're lowering your knee, you lower your toes, crescent moon lunge, inhaling, making sure you do not bring weight on your knees. Stay open. Dani, releasing your shoulders. Breathe. This is it. Bringing your prayer in front of your chest, turning towards your right side, staying here, or you're lowering down your elbow, making sure you're twisting with a long spine. Maybe you have more space, curling your back toes under. Breathe. Twist it. Side ankle. Pavarita, Parshva, Konasana, breathe. You can curling your toes under you as well, breathe. You can curl your toes, lifting your knee, breathe. This is it, breathe. Shoulders release it down, breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling, gently coming back, framing your front foot, stepping back in your downward facing dog, pacing your energy. When this is good enough, stay in your down dog, integrate in your child pose or take a vinyasa. Inhaling, if you would like, taking chaturanga, dandasana, coming down, inhaling upward. Facing dog, exhaling, rolling over your toes. Downward facing dog, staying here, 3 breaths, exhaling deeply. Inhaling nose, exhaling. Inhaling nose, exhaling. Stepping your feet together, left leg lifting up, inhaling. Exhaling, left foot between your hands. Long runner's lunge. So when you're pushing with your heel, you really want to opening your chest here. And then you lower your knee, your toes. So you do not want to come back to lower with your hips. You stay long. Breathing here. Inhaling. Making sure your front foot is over your knee. I can't see properly. Breathe. Breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Your prayer in front of your chest. You're turning towards your left side. With a long spine, you can lowering down, pressing both hands into each other. You stay or you're curling your pec toes under, lifting your knee, helping yourself, twisting even a tiny bit more. You can releasing your arms when it is part of your practice. Breathe. Breath. One more inhaling. Exhaling, gently releasing, framing your foot, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Again, pace your energy, stay child pose, vinyasa. Inhaling, knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga, dandasana, upward facing dog, rolling over your toes. Downward facing dog. Stay. Harmonizing your breath. Same amount inhaling as you exhale. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. Stay. We've done this yesterday, a twisted balancing pose. So you are pressing down from your right foot, lifting your left heel, your right heel. With your left hand, you're grabbing your right foot from the inside. Right hand on your right hip, gently bending your left knee with one breath. You're taking your foot with you and you come in your standing. Breath. When your arms are a tiny bit short, please grabbing with your hand your knee. This is good enough. You don't need to stay here squeezed like this, not good for your spine. So preferring having your knee. From here, you're turning towards your right side. So the full pose is you're stretching out your right leg, releasing your right arm, and you're reaching with your arm in your back, creating a nice little fist. And you're gazing, or you're staying exactly, holding your knee. Beautiful. Breathe. Breathe. One more inhaling. Exhaling, coming back, helping with your hands, lifting your right knee. Exhaling, stepping your foot, arms on your side, sweep your arms. Inhaling, folding forward with your exhaling. Other side. So your left knee bends, left heel lifted, right hand grabbing left foot, left hand on your left hip, one breath. Oops. You come in your standing and you're taking your right hand, grabbing your knee. Really good enough. This is beautiful to work like this as well. It's just missing the stretching of your leg, but you're working your balance. Breathe. This is it, Tobias. The more you're pushing your foot forward, you can opening your torso. Breathe, counter, twisting. Finding these counter movements in your body. So one is reaching forward, the other one is reaching back. Opening up. Inhaling. One more exhaling. Inhaling, releasing, coming back, lifting your left knee. Exhaling, planting your feet, stepping your feet together, arms on your side. Sweep your arms, inhaling. Exhaling, folding. Utkatasana, bending your knees, lifting your prayer. Shoulders rolling back. Breathe, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, turning to your left side. Stay, or you can lowering down, the right elbow outside, left knee gazing in line with your elbow. You can stay here, or you're opening. You want to twisting. You're not twisting. Twisting to this side. And when you step your feet even a tiny bit closer, yes, bending your knees. Yeah, look at this. Breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, lengthening both legs, inhaling. Folding forward with a huge big exhaling, bending your knees, Utkatasana, inhaling. Exhaling, prayer, turning opposite side, elbow outside, knee, stay. Breathe, lowering down all of your bumps, can lower down a tiny bit. Yes, and then you're opening your arms maybe like wings. Breathe. Breath. Bending your knees a tiny bit more, Maria, and lower down your, yeah, breathe. Stephanie, bending your knees a tiny bit more, bending, 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 gaining strength in your legs. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, both legs long. Inhaling, exhaling, folding forward, lifting your heels, bending your knees, lowering down with your seat, hands on your knees, index finger and thumb. Slowing down. Let's play a tiny bit. Arm balances are always nice and playful. So we've done crow, we've done, we can do a side crow. So from here, you want to swinging your knees towards your left side. Only, what is this? 90 degrees, I think, like this. So you're coming with your thighs parallel to your front mat. Swinging your knees to this side, your knees, hopping, and then you're turning your torso. No, now you're in your back. You want to come to the wall, pointing with your knees to, yeah, and then you're turning your torso, facing front. Well, you have it now on the other side. It doesn't matter. You stay here, left and right, horrible. So this is what everyone can do. Maybe you want to use your blocks when you would like, and you're twisting. Or right elbow under your right hip, left elbow under your right knee, pressing both hands into each other, gazing forward, and eventually you can lifting yourself up. Side crow. Maybe you want to play and you're lengthening your legs, so your right leg reaches towards your side and your left leg reaches into your back, scissoring your legs. Breathe. And from here, maybe you can jumping back, taking a vinyasa. It's wonderful you can laugh, because when you get very serious, you never can do it. Just give it one go. Look at this. And Vanessa, when you look towards your hands, you're falling. When you're gazing forward, stay open in your chest. Breathe. This is it. Yeah. Just try it. And Kate, you need to needle your right elbow under your hip. Bring your right elbow really under your hip. This one. Really bring it close. Both elbows. And then from here, you need to lifting yourself up a tiny bit. I know. This is more scary than riding your waves. And let's try the other side. Bringing your knees back, swinging your legs towards your right. This is really just a tiny bit playing. So your legs on your side, left thigh in front, turning your torso. Maybe you're working only like this, really bringing length in your spine and twisting. Right elbow under left knee, left elbow under your right. You need to lifting yourself up. And Roger, don't look at your hands and not at your feet. They're gazing forward from your chest. When you look towards your feet, what's happening is you're rounding. When you're rounding, the energy is falling. When you're lifting an open chest, the energy gives you the strength. Try. Don't look to your hands. Yeah, look at this. This is it. Can you see? Yeah, I know. Very often it is like this. But you need to gaze forward. Gazing, yes. Look at this. Beautiful. Breathe. One more try. We are slowing down. Come on, one more try. You went out yesterday. You have not so much energy. They went out, was Tuesday. Coming down onto your seat, lengthening your legs, pushing with your hands, your flesh towards the side. Paschimottanasana. Folding your knees when you need. Inhaling, come on, we don't give up. We are slowing down. Exhaling, releasing forward. Wann müssen du los? Ja, gib dir einen Moment, gib einfach 2 Minuten im Shavasana. Wir kommen, wir reden. Aber gib dir 2 Minuten in Shavasana. Inhaling, reaching forward. Exhaling, coming in your sitting, bending your right knee, planting your right foot on the outside of your left, helping yourself, lifting yourself up. Left arm hugging right knee, right arm in line with your spine, your last twisting, gazing over your shoulder. You're squeezing your organs in your twisting. You're creating more space, gaining more flexibility. When we have more flexibility in body, eventually we have more flexibility in mind. Inhaling back into your neutral, counter twisting to the opposite side. Inhaling back into your neutral, lengthening both of your legs, bending your left knee, planting your left foot on the outside of your right, flexing your right, helping first lengthening, right arm hugging left knee, left arm reaching around, making sure you do not lean back, sitting, this is it. Inhaling back into your neutral, exhaling, counter twisting. Inhaling back into your neutral, unwriggling your legs, shuffling forward on the first 3/4, and you can walking forward from your hips, strengthening a bit your psoas muscle. Let's do this. And walking back, bringing a bit more flexibility into your hips and walking forward. Last time, you're shooting back. And you're walking forward. People with a bit tight hips and a tiny bit of a weak psoas muscle, this huge, nice, beautiful muscle in your torso. It's a beautiful exercise. Bending your knees, planting your feet onto the floor. Are you sure you have space? You're not bumping into something. You can taking some rock and rolls on your spine, really releasing any tension you might create it. You can be very soft, like a nice little energy bubble. Your last time, you stay on the floor, hugging your knees towards your chest, releasing your feet onto the floor, hip widths apart, arms on your side. Rooting down from your feet, lifting your hips only 2-3 centimeters, bringing your hands around on your lower belly and start shaking with your hips, that your sacrum bumping onto the floor, and your focus on your exhaling and creating a nice little sound like a deep inhaling, lifting your hips, exhaling, softening down. Shavasana, your arms next to your body, your legs growing long out of your hips, letting go. Maybe you feel this pulsation in yourself, letting go. hopefully nicely energized, you find some moment of integration, of letting go. Softening in your arms, in your shoulders. The Call by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. I have heard it all my life, a voice calling a name I recognized as my own. Sometimes it comes as a soft-bellied whisper. Sometimes it holds an edge of urgency, but always it says, "Wake up, my love. You are walking asleep. There is no safety in that. Remember what you are and let this knowing take you home to the beloved with every breath. Hold tenderly who you are and let a deeper knowing color the shape of your humanness. There is nowhere to go. What you are looking for is right here. Open the fist clenched in wanting and see what you already hold in your hand. There is no waiting for something to happen, no point in the future to get to. All you have ever longed for is here, dear, in this moment, right now. You are wearing yourself out with all this searching. Come home and rest. How much longer can you live like this? Your hungry spirit is gone. Your heart stumbles. All this trying, give it up. Let yourself be one of the God made, faithful only to the beauty you are. Let the lover pull you to your feet and hold you close, dancing, even when fear urges you to sit this one out. Remember, there is one word you are here to say with your whole being. When it finds you, give your life to it. Don't be tight-lipped and stingy. Spend yourself completely on the saying. Be one world in this great love poem we are writing together. And gently and softly deepening your breath. Lengthening your breath, bringing awareness into your toes and your fingers. Being gentle, playing with your toes, with your fingers. And maybe your arm reaching over your head, giving yourself a waking up again. Maybe you feel ready, folding in your knees towards your chest and flow to your right side. With your left hand in front of your chest, press yourself up and find a comfortable seat. You can be kneeling, cross-legged, planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest with your eyes closed. Finding this gratitude for your life, for having a healthy body, for having enough strength to practice, to breathe. It is a very unique moment we are living right now. It is in a way very precious to be able to be faced as humans to so many challenging. The world is changing. We have no idea where we're going. And all what is sure, you are here with your breath, with your sensations, with your beauty you are. Let's finish and seal this practice with one deep, long sounding Om, taking a big inhaling. Thank you for practicing yoga with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed it.